welcome. I'm Jo.
And I'm Alex.
And we've chosen two e-learning resources that you may be interested to incorporate into your science and technology and mathematics lessons for your Stage 2 students.
Firstly, we'll give a brief overview of each resource and then look at each in terms of their pedagogical value.
Mystery Substances, Pure Substances is a web-based science resource, challenging students to investigate pure substances and then go on to solve simple crimes. It provides an interactive scaffold for a number of steps in the inquiry process through modelling, simulation and problem solving. It could be used as an introduction for students to experiment in a safe and timely manner. In subsequent lessons, students could then conduct their own investigations based on open inquiry in small groups.
The iPad app Pizza Fractions guides students through questions on fractions, representing them visually and numerically, making a connection for the students. It could be used as reinforcement and consolidation of fraction work done previously, as well as a reward. It is engaging and interactive due to the touch screen, noises and shake option. Students are encouraged to try again after a wrong answer and are given immediate feedback, as well as having the option to choose more challenging levels.
Looking now at how these two resources might support Jonason's views of meaningful learning, Mystery Substances offers students the opportunity to work independently or to collaborate in pairs, where meaning can be facilitated through discussion and conversation. This ability for teachers to facilitate small group work and student-to-student interaction reinforces Squires and McDougall's emphasis on interactions.
Pizza Fractions is similar, with individual pair collaboration possible, particularly if students may be struggling with fractions. It can also be used as a whole class activity via the interactive whiteboard, and the teacher can facilitate student interaction and discussion.
The possibility to work independently supports a more directed model of learning as suggested by Robillard and During, allowing students to self-pace instruction and review concepts and learning. Mystery Substances has a high degree of learner control. The student is able to move forward or backward as necessary, text is supported by visual prompts, and feedback is immediate.
There's a similar level of control in Pizza Fractions. Looking at context, it provides a real-world situation, one that would be familiar to students: sharing of food.
The crime or problem-solving context of Mystery Substances relates the scientific process and investigation to an authentic real-life situation, supporting another of Jonason's attributes.
Active learning within Pizza Fractions, as discussed by Shelley, Cashman, Gunter and Gunter, would need to be facilitated by the teacher so that students could discuss and explain their understandings with one another.
Students in Mystery Substances are able to actively manipulate the substances and testing variables in the laboratory environment, as well as observe the results of their manipulations. Once guided through the investigative process, it challenges students to apply their knowledge to a contextual task in a case-based learning environment.
As with all resources, come weaknesses. Pizza Fractions is a skill and practice game and does not allow for exploration or manipulation. Students aren't able to articulate understanding of the concept. The teacher needs to provide reflective activity. There is no goal direction, just answering posed questions.
When using Mystery Substances, the teacher also needs to provide reflective activity, as well as promotion of cooperative learning. Intention is reasonable, however, other parts of the scientific process like prediction and justification of prediction are not catered for.
The teacher would not necessarily lead the lesson, as students are able to work independently when playing with Pizza Fractions, and use the teacher for advice. Reed and Osterwischke believe that iPad resources allow for new ways for teachers and students to interact with each other, and the teacher could facilitate healthy competition and group work to further assist and motivate students.
Within Mystery Substances, the teacher can facilitate students' use of the resource and then lead a whole class discussion to provide reflection on their learning. While students are engaged with the resource, they may also provide opportunity for the teacher to provide formative assessment, which could then be used to form mixed ability groups for subsequent science lessons.
Both resources have the potential to support meaningful learning, and if used correctly, have benefits to both students and teachers.